recording. Awesome sauce. This young man is super busy. Like he literally got off work, came, in and decided to jump on immediately to help us. So we want to really, really value his time. That is none other than Mr. Fabian. I'm going to let you at the bottom. You should be able to share your screen. Yep, you are. So you can share your screen with us, Mr. Fabian. Unmute yourself and go ahead and get your stuff started.
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can.
Awesome. All right. So let me get this set up. Okay. So can y'all see my chart?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So I have to set up the way I'm talking is pretty much through my phone and showing everything through my computer. So the way. All right. So first of all, hi guys. My name is Fabian. I've been knowing Quinn for some time now. She's an amazing person. I know all y'all know that. So give it up to her. And honestly, Quinn, thank you for letting me get on this. Oh my God, gold is moving, making that movement. All right, so one of the favorite pairs that I like to trade is gold. I know a lot of people don't like trading it because I guess it moves so fast. But pretty much the way I like to mark up my charts is that I like to start on the daily. So like I said, I got my stuff already labeled and ready to go. And as you can see on the daily, it rejected that 4-hour zone. So you see how it didn't break it, it's coming back down. And from there, I start labeling my zone. So I go from the daily. So this dotted line was its entry point from when the market opened on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. No, when it had closed. And there you go. There we go. Open this up. This. Move that down. Make this a little bit better, we can see. All right, here it is. All right, so as you can see, here's my 4-hour zone. It rejected it, and as you can see, I pretty much labeled my parallels, which is my trend. So as you can see, it's going on a downtrend. I am in a sell for it. So the way I like to analyze the market is that, as y'all all know, one of the candles that Dr. Spiller has shown us before has been the Heikin-Ashi candles, and those are pretty much based off momentum. So if you were to see a flat top, right, going down, you know that's a momentum going towards the sell, as you can look up here. Let me see if I can find a good spot. As you can see here. Oh man. See, and it kept going down, but it was in a sense where it was trying to bounce off and break that zone. But as you can see, it got rejected. So as of right now, sellers are still in control. If I was to get into this, as I say, as of now, I would get in low lot, and I would take it all the way to 1520, 57. You can also go to the hour, right? And you can also see that as well and see how the candle did it. And as you can see, remember, if there's always, even if there's a baby wick, it will not be counted as a full momentum candle till you see that flat. So I would wait till the next candle to either break this 1524.03, and let me see if I can get a drawing too. I know my drawings aren't going to be the best, but we will make it work. Here it is, the brush. Okay, so if this was to pretty much, well, not the best drawer, guys. But if this was to break under here, I would take it all the way to here just to get. I don't need that. Okay, so I would take it all the way to here. That's roughly 40 pips. And since gold moves so quick, you can also go as far as even the 15-minute candle. But as you can see, you can even start drawing your downtrends. You can also go from here. So you can see how I rejected it there. One of the people that I love learning that I learned this from was from Luke off of Gold Cup. So guys, if you do not have that, I highly recommend it. Because this is a product that taught me how to trade gold. Now Luke does not use a lot of indicators. He does a lot of naked charting, which just means that uh, you don't use indicators. Now, when I do this based off my phone, I like using Lazaro's the 4 and 50 MA and EMA. So it'd be the 50 EMA and the 4 MA, the 4 moving average. And once they cross, you'd wait till the next candle to pretty much do your educated guess on getting in. So like, okay, so right now we got about 9 seconds to see what this does. If it breaks this line, if it breaks this support, we can get in for a sell. So it did not break it. Oh, hold on. We might be there. Is this momentum? Let's check it out. All right, guys. So I would take the sell. If you guys want to get in a sell with a low lot, we are at 23.90, 15.23. Just to catch 10 pips, I'll label it in green. If you decide you do want to take this, okay. So your TP1. Second, let's give you 22.50. All right, so your TP1 would be 15.22.50, and pretty much TP2. I'll label this green for you guys. This awesome. All right, so TP2 would be pretty much 15.20.57. If you guys decide y'all do want to take this trade, like I said, I am in it. It is doing a little pullback, but remember, it can always test this trend line and bounce back down. It is on the 15-minute chart. So overall, I see a sell with gold. If it does continue going the way it's going, like I said, I did mark up what I believe is going to happen. I always like marking on my charts on Saturday, Sunday, between Saturday and Sunday, just to be able to. Since like Quinn said, I am pretty busy, so if I don't have time to do it right on Sunday around that nighttime, I like to do it early in the morning, have it all labeled out. Pretty much, I would mark my levels, mark right where it started, and then you can also, based off the candles, you can see what happens. So you see how this was a flat Heikin-Ashi candle. So overall, like I said, it's gonna be a sell. Hope that's what I see as far as where the market is going. But do you guys have any questions? Feel free to ask. Is there any question, guys?
So I'm taking notes, Fabian, and let me make sure I get this straight. So you said that on Saturdays and Sundays you'll mark your chart up, right?
That is correct.
And then you'll start with the daily chart and the 4-hour chart, and you'll draw it out and label it daily, 4-hour, and you're doing support and resistance zones and demand zones.
Correct.
Okay, cool. So I want to make sure I got your process down first. So,
yeah,
you did your day, and then you said you marked where the market opened up or closed.
Right where it closed. So you know how it closes on Fridays?
Yeah.
I'll mark up right where it's at, and from there I'll see what my zones are as far as daily, 4-hour, and if anything, if you were to look at my 1 hour, it pretty much stays within suit of the 4-hour zone. So I wouldn't mark it anymore because it's pretty much within the same range. And something that I was also taught was we trade zone to zone. So if you like, even here, give me a second, I can mark up a quick zone. So we'll go here. change the color on this one to go with pink. Because as you can see, where it may pretty much, if it once it breaks that level of support, pretty much if I was to send a signal to the team, my overall TP3 would be 1518. But I like to tell people always go to TP1 just because that's, accuracy. I want to say TP1 has been a 90 to about a 95% hit. So
I love that. That's awesome. And when you're saying zone, for some people
okay.
it might be kind of super new. Explain to them.
Okay, awesome. So with zones, it's pretty much what it is, or the way I see it and the way I was taught is, let me go back to the 4 hour. We'll bring this down. Okay, so you see how here where it wicked, but it kept pushing it down. So sometimes you can't always label your support and resistance. So the zones are pretty much a box. Well, I like to label it as a box of where it can stay. So if it stays inside the zone, we can always call that consolidation. But see how it hit, came back down. See how it has a little wick here, came back down. Here it stayed in the middle, came back down. So you can always see where it just kept rejecting it. You go to the daily, and the reason I like to label from daily going down, I'll even go all the way as far as a weekly, because gold has tricked me before, where I did not go all the way to the monthly, because normally they teach us, oh, we'll just go daily down. But gold has a thing of having a mind of its own. So pretty much, you could look at any other pair, and sometimes you see where they're far away from the daily or even the monthly support or resistance. Well, gold doesn't. Sometimes gold can touch that support or that resistance in a day, even if it's that weekly. So you can here. Let me see if I can show you a quick example. Down, down, there. Okay, so as you can see here, remember how I said this is my way. So you see how here it came the wick and it rejected it. So it rejected it on top. So the top dotted line would be my daily level of resistance. But you can also see where it touched it here and it dropped it. Now you see where on the 4 hour, where you can also see where it became a zone, or even at a level of support for it on this candle. And then you see where it did it here again. So my overall prediction, like I said, gold before NFP, I see it touching 1500, even as low as 1486. But it can also, this is where I tell people always be careful with gold, because it can touch this daily zone right here and bounce up. So you see where I put it here, where I put it anywhere between 1491 to even 1495. It can touch it and bounce up. So overall, I see it dropping at least 200 pips before Friday. And see that right there. We are, if you got in gold, we are close to TP1. So like I said, my accuracy on gold has been close to 90 to 95% hit.
You know what? This is ridiculous. Because the way you broke that down is absolutely incredible and so simple. Like, put a dollar sign in the chat box if you feel like if you practice this enough, you won't have negative emotions behind gold. Now, I want to tell y'all something. Now, this is what I love about this company. We have friends. I don't know if you've ever watched on Netflix. There's a guy, he's called the Black Godfather. He said he doesn't have problems. He has friends. So Fabian is not particularly on, our leg of business, but he is a friend, and he's a friend of some friends. And we don't have problems with the charts. We don't have problems with gold. We have friends. And our friend just taught us how to do this. And this is why I want you guys to give him the biggest shout out because he didn't have to do this. And a lot of people, that's why I love him and I love his leaders. There are so many people in other groups that are like, I'm not teaching you. Heck, I got people in my own team that don't want to teach people stuff. So I really, 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 really appreciate you taking your time out. Y'all have to have like a question. I can't have all the questions. I mean, I can because I can make all the money. That's fine. But I want y'all to make some money too. So y'all need to ask some questions. Raise your hand, unmute yourself, ask some questions, guys.
I highly recommend questions on gold. Understand, gold isn't like your regular pair, guys. When I was studying gold, understand, I was asking Luke 101 questions because understand I've blown multiple accounts on gold. So my recommendation, if gold is a pair you've been looking at, I recommend you ask the questions now. We are about 5 pips away from TP1 if you did enter gold. And if I hear a little bit of yelling, those are my kids.
No, you're a dad. We get it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm making some money, honey. Put $2 signs in the chat box if y'all making some money. That quick, too. Now,
Yeah.
look, did you hear what Fabian said, guys? He got on Luke. Well, Luke is on IML TV. You know, what I be preaching to you guys about getting on IML TV. He said he asked him millions of questions. That means he got on his live trading. And he stuck to one pair. And I even saw Brianna, who's one of our teachers in our group in Live Traders as well, said, find a pair, study it, stick to it. Like, that's the best advice. I love it. And no one has any questions for him. I don't care if it's a dumb question. The only dumb question is
Ask me anything. I have no problem.
Okay, Fabian, there's one in the chat box.
Okay. What's the best time to trade gold? Got in late, so I'm just listening. Also, you have to be gold club. Yeah. Okay, so you do have to have. I'm gonna answer both questions. So, yes, you do have to be a subscriber to Gold Cup to be able to listen to Luke. Before it wasn't like that. Before you can just get on his live session. So I took full advantage of that. But now I do have Gold Cup just because I love learning from him. But the best time to honestly trade gold is early in the morning. So I'm always up early, especially since my son goes to school. So I'm pretty much making most of my paycheck from my job on my charts. Why I'm still there, I don't know. I guess I like the people. But honestly, gold can move even in the middle of the day. Gold isn't like your average pair, your average JPYs, your average GBPs. Because understand, gold does a lot of movement throughout the day. Gold is more of a commodity than it is a currency pair. So hopefully that makes sense.
Another question was, so you said the morning. Like, what's like time? You trade at like 5 a.m.
Between 6 and 8 in the morning is when I trade.
6 and 8 in the morning. Okay, so that one. Another question was, is it true when oil is bullish, gold is bearish? Have you ever heard that?
I have not heard that, but I just learned something new. I might be checking that out. Thank you. You guys just opened me to a whole new way of making even more money.
Awesome.
So once I find that out, guys, I will get with Quinn, and I will be happy to do a training on that. Well, I'll back test it first, and then I'll do a training on that.
I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, this to me probably was one of the best breakdowns of gold. People make this too hard, and probably the simplest way to look at it. It's probably the way you should be looking at all Forex pairs. But at the end of the day, it was just proven that this method works. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Oh, and guys, if you live in Houston, Fabian put me and Devondre and I in a gold trade last Thursday. and both of those take profit hit. So God knows what he's talking about.
Understand, guys. When you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I was I was here to that event of A Pace and No Spiller. I think I was one of the few guys that still stayed open, to stayed standing up, other than Dr. Spiller, on when he said, "He who blows the most accounts, not on purpose, but on training and learning, is gonna become a master trader." Understand? I've blown at least, just on gold, at least 7 accounts, because I will. At first, it was over leveraging. Now it was just back testing it, making sure that I was doing this and hitting it on the spot. So, like, if we would have got in, let's say if we would have started the call, let's go for instance at 9, we would have caught a total of. All right, so it starts here. We would have caught about 33 pips. But that still does not mean that we did not make money, because gold just hit take profit 1. So it's on its way to TP2. So
Make some money, thank you, sir.
no problem.
A TP1 hit.
So
Put $3 signs in the chat box if the TP1 hit. $3 signs in the chat box. Look at that. Look at that zone. Come on, y'all. So, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I love what Fabian's done. Does anybody have any more questions? He said that he's willing to do another training for us, and I would love him to. Does anybody have any more questions before we do other announcements? And I'll show you guys, or I'll let you guys know where you can find this recording.
also, guys, if you're in Houston, I recommend you be at the events, because, like Quinn said, I'll randomly just throw signals to whoever's around me, because I don't want to interrupt whoever's presenting. But if you're around me, even if I see something going on, I will call it to you guys. I've done that the past three meetings I've been to. So my everybody has a pip goal. Well, a lot of people are how can I put it? They all say I'm not weird, I guess. I like using that word, but they like to say that my pip count isn't your average pip count, because my pip count goal is anywhere between 75 to 100 pips within maybe 2 hours on just gold. And with gold it happens. So
I love it. Fabian, I really appreciate you coming on tonight. Greatly appreciated. Guys, we're going to I'm doing a pop-up tomorrow at 6:30 Central Standard Time of a presentation. After this week, next week when we do presentations, we're going to begin the presentation with a signal. So what I need you guys to do when you're inviting people to these presentations, get everybody to have MetaTrader 4 already up. Like already up and going, already show them how to place a trade. That helps, because I'm just going to randomly call a signal. And that means you guys, do your best to get on the call so you can get in. And, when you make profit, I'm going to randomly ask who's in profit during the presentation. Fabian, I think we should do that in Houston as well. We used
yeah, no, look, see. So here goes, guys. So here is your flat Hakanashi. So this is full momentum, guys. This is full momentum. So if you're still in it, I don't recommend to get in it now if you weren't in it when we called it. But if you're still in it and you decided you're going to take it to TP2, TP2 is going to get hit, guys. So that there at least for you guys who are going to stay in it. I did cash out mine because I already hit my pip count goal while being on the call. But that will be a 34 pip move now. So if you decide to stay in it.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. I think, Fabian, tomorrow, if you see something before we even, like while we're waiting on everybody, I think we should all get into your trade before the presenter starts. Your leader used to do that when we did meetings together. He would all in the trade first. So think about it, marinate on it, pray about it.
I got you. I'm always setting them up. So Well, as soon as I get there, I'll pop over my laptop and we'll see what we get into.
I love it. That's awesome. Guys, thank you so much for being on. We're going to make this training available for you on our YouTube channel and also in our Facebook group. We'll make sure this is available to you so you can rewatch it and see what he's done. I took notes, so I'll put it in the notes. Fabian, some people kind of got on late. Do you mind giving like a very short? I know you got off work, but do you?
You know, Quinn, I love this. I'm never tired when it comes to trading.
I know
I
that's.
don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but like I come home, I can be tired at work, sleepy and everything, but I come and I look at my charts, and it's like all that sleepiness, all that tiredness goes away.
I love it. But yeah, if you can give people just like a quick checklist when you're looking to go, like what they should be doing and
Awesome.
how they should
All
market.
right, guys. So when it comes to me looking at gold, I like to go from the daily. All right, so as you can see, the daily, I'll mark up my zones. Zones are just pretty much movements in the market that were rejected. It's just support and resistance. But I like I think his name's Warren White or something like that. I don't remember his name. He's the IML educator, but he likes to say wicks matter, and I learned that the hard way. So like I've been back testing this. So pretty much as you can see, here's a wick. It touched it. Here's my zone. So it's just areas where the largest wick hit, and then you see where little wicks are touching it. So this blue one would be my 4-hour, and as you can see, my next daily. We'll go ahead and go to the 4-hour, and I'll show you that as well. See where the daily, where it touched it, and then here goes my 4-hour. Same thing. And I also like to go based off, so as you can see my parallel, pretty much trend line. So as you can see, it's just creating higher highs or higher low, higher highs, higher lows here. So touched it, dropped, touched it, dropped, touched it. So next thing is to drop. I put it here. I see gold touching 1500. For those who did get on a little late, I like what my mentor likes to tell me. When the link to the call training is given out, we always recommend to get on because you never know who is on and can give you some money. I know we all got a tight schedule or whatever the case may be, but that's something that I was taught, and I know Quinn likes. And me knowing Quinn and the person that Quinn is, if you're not on, I'm sorry, but you lost some money. You didn't lose money. You didn't gain extra money. So here goes your pretty much where I labeled your support and resistance. So here's your support, and here is your next line. As you can see, it became a level of resistance over here. So the way I like looking at gold is from the higher time frame to the lower time frame, because remember, the higher the time frame, the stronger the support and resistance is. Anything else, guys, that y'all like me to cover? Is there any questions y'all may have that I can answer? Once again, I have no Oren, there you go, Oren. See, I need somebody near the name. Oh yeah, if y'all have any questions, guys, let me know. I'll be happy to answer any questions y'all may have. Because like I said earlier, I did ask Luke, which I learned how to trade Luke through Gold Cups. Or those? No, those are not ADX arrows. If this is what you're talking about, I just labeled it just to show show the group where a Hakinashi candle was pretty much at, where it was a flat.
All right, that's amazing. Thank you, Fabian, so much. This amazing training was so awesome. I hope you guys got value. I hope you took good notes. We'll have a recording. The best advice I can give you guys, take the notes you wrote down right now. Don't wait till the recording comes. Go mark it up now. Practice now. Send screenshots in the group and say, hey, do you think I did this right? And I promise you we'll help you out. Okay? We're understanding zones and understanding how to draw this out. On Monday night around this time, I teach how to draw those squares and rectangles and lines on TradingView, on MetaTrader 4, on your phone. I teach that. So with that being said, make sure you guys get on Monday nights. From now, what I've been doing is every other week, we had, what was our last guest? We had Lasaldo Tavares from Gold Cup, the teacup guy. He was on last time. I do it every Monday at 9:30 Central Standard Time. It's always in our Telegram group. Um, so every Monday, the schedule's in our Telegram group. We have trainings every Monday. Wednesday, Brianna does amazing trainings on how to connect your broker, all the technical issues and things you have and questions you have. On Wednesdays, Tiffany does an amazing new member orientation, and Saturdays. On Thursdays, Brianna does an amazing training again on the news and other tricks and trades to the market. Y'all, please pay attention to the Telegram. We have trainings even outside of our market side, but you never know what guests we may have on. So what I'm doing with my trainings, every other Monday, I'm training and then I'm bringing on another trader to help us live trade. So you never know. Next Monday, I don't know who I'm going to have. It might be me. It might be somebody else. You might make some money with somebody, learn something else. I don't know. Make sure you're on. Put it in your calendar. It's valuable stuff we're giving. I cannot thank you enough. Y'all thank him on Facebook. Thank him, in the chat groups for being on and spending time with us today. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and get off so I can make sure this is recorded. And I will see you guys on tomorrow on our Zoom presentation call. Y'all have a great night.
All right, Quinn, have a great night. No problem, guys.